Okay, hey y'all, this is gonna be quick. Again, sorry can't be there with you. So we're gonna just proceed as planned, and we're gonna be looking into the scientific revolution, which again is in part due to the fact that the Renaissance occurred and the Reformation occurred before this, or in tandem with this. So in this spirit of questioning, or this spirit of inquisition and inquiry, we branch out further into avenues of science. So as literacy increases due to the printing press, as learning becomes more and more prevalent in the lives of more than just the elite or the clergy, more and more people are asking questions because they're interested. So as time moves further on throughout the 1500s, 1600s, into the 1700s, the discourse amongst people is going to be in the realms of science or politics rather than just blindly following the stories of the Bible. Now, what enables for this revolution to occur, besides the Renaissance and the Reformation, is the fact that technology has stepped up. Of course, they step on the shoulders of others who came before them, which allow them to investigate different topics of anatomy and astronomy and philosophy. It's the fact that they're, building upon those things, and they're creating inventions that are going to help to prove certain theories, like the barometer or the thermometer or the telescope. Now again, I want to reiterate that the fact that science hadn't been delved in before this is for several reasons. Of course, the Dark Ages, people weren't so much centered around learning. They were mostly focused on survival. But of course, as survival rates and your chances of living increased, you weren't so scared to branch out and learn new things. Now, if you haven't changed the slide yet, good for you, because this particular portrait of a cadaver being hung through the lower jaw here is not a pretty sight. A man by the name of Andreas Vesalius would dig up cadavers, which are dead bodies, mostly of criminals, and he would use these cadavers to investigate what truly was in the human body. Before this, it would be desecrating the human form, which was super against the Catholic Church. However, scientists felt the need to explore, and through this way, Vesalius became the father of anatomy, because he was able to accurately draw or write about what was under our skin. However, he wasn't that famous. Copernicus, though, is. We talked briefly about him. He will study the universe, and he would be charged with heresy because he comes up with a theory that is against the church. However, the church strong-arms him, they threaten him, and so Copernicus does not publish his findings. It doesn't become public. So he takes a step back, but later on we're going to find that Galileo will prove Copernicus's heliocentric model to be true. And here he is, the man with the telescope. And, I've always wanted a telescope. It's probably a pretty cool thing to have. But of course, I'd need an observatory, and I don't have that. So this guy, pretty cool with his little stockings there, enjoyed looking out at the galaxy, at the universe, and seeing what was out there. He will prove Copernicus's theories to be true. He will publish the work, and the Catholic Church will force him to go through the Inquisition. And he ends up saying, okay, I'll recant, I'll take it back. And so publicly, and also sarcastically, he will take back what his findings were, and they put him under house arrest instead of killing him. But still, the damage had been done, and it became more and more prominent that Galileo was correct. You have Isaac Newton here. Excuse me. This is a video, actually, of Miss Panzer's brother, who is a physics teacher, I think, and he does an experiment with another teacher. He gets on a bed of nails, and then they put a piece of wood on top and the cinder block on top, and then he will come down hard on it with a hammer, and the other teacher gets up unscathed. And I'm sure you could look it up yourself on YouTube. If I was with you, I would show you it, but I'm not, so sorry. Alright, these three men here, dashing men with their lovely hair, will also add to the prestige of the science world, the math world, and question what was true. I am going to skip over these, because I will talk about them later on, especially this guy. He's going to come back to us during the Age of Enlightenment, which will be the last topic we talk about this year, in about a month. So here's the deal. All this stuff we're talking about, it's going to lead to a time, like I just said, the Enlightenment, where people will say, okay, we've questioned religion, we've questioned art, we've opened the door to literature, stories that go beyond the Bible, science, math, all that. But what we haven't questioned yet was authority. And so the European Enlightenment is going to be a time when people use the ability of questioning to question their governments. Is this the best form of government we could have? Should the king have to abide by the same laws that we do? And this questioning during the Enlightenment is going to lead to a lot of political revolutions. First in England, where they try to get the Magna Carta, or the Parliament, or the Bill of Rights. Then we'll see it in France and in the 13 colonies, and then eventually in Latin America. So one event kind of sets a chain reaction to other events. And that's it for me. I'm exhausted. Watch the videos I sent out of John Green, and I'll see you soon, hopefully.